Today we're gonna eat cereal on the show. The L Podcast with your host, LBONGO. LBONGO. So you have some cereal, yeah? So Z
I have
made up
cereal.
these bottles. Z made up these bottles of
It's
milk,
bowls.
bowls. Got bottles over here. Bottle of milk.
It's
I'm
a
not gonna say,
glass of milk,
I can
bro.
say glass. It's just not as attractive.
It would be really cute if it was in a bottle, though. You know I'm down with jars. You know, jars my jam.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying. We
we
could
used
sell
to
some
have the
bottles at a
little
show.
milk bottles, and we would put the little stuff in the milk bottles. And that was cool. Do you like more cereal or more milk? Welcome to the show, guys.
The L Podcast with your host, L.
First question. Do you like more cereal or more milk when you're eating your cereal?
They all come on this show to try to take the show.
No, they don't.
This happens a lot, guys. Y'all know I live in the one block downtown. It's rough over here.
It's like the city section of our suburb.
I like more milk.
You like more milk?
I'm a more milk guy. Go in the house, grab a glass of milk, orange juice, whatever, was in the fridge. But milk, I would enjoy the milk, right? So when I'm eating cereal and I put a whole lot of milk in here, it's like I get a glass at the end.
I'm a more cereal. Part of why we kind of work, because we're different. We're similar. We share a lot in common. So we're very similar, but we're also different. And the other person's different doesn't annoy us to the point of, I can't. Like, I don't have a problem with you being a more milk person. I can give you more milk and give myself more cereal. This seems so wrong.
It's a lot of cereal.
It is.
I need prop cereal where I just eat a little bit. So here's what annoys me in movies, that I can't blame it on the movie, right? I can only blame it on myself, right? So if I'm in the movie theater and I'm watching a movie, I'm into it. I'm deep into the movie, right? I'm in whatever world they've built, right?
Do your eyes get all, like that?
The eyes do this. They do what they're doing now. They go, you do this, you can't see shit, right? That is a family trait, us squinting the eyes. But anyway, so I'm into the movie, and then I hear somebody eating, right?
That bothers you.
Doesn't bother me. It just takes me out of the movie,
Okay.
right? So I'm in the movie and they're about to, kill themselves or whatever they're about to do. I'm into it, right? My eyes are squinted. I'm into it. And I hear somebody eating. Now, mind you, I do this all the time. I'm an eater in the middle of the movie, right? But now I see how annoying it is. I think it's a good thing to be able to morph into the different behaviors or conduct adjustments. And I think when we do see people that don't do that, we see them as rude, right? It's like, hey, look, you're in a restaurant, behave yourself. This person, they don't want to work here. Or maybe they do, or maybe this is their profession. This is what they do, but don't go in there being rude to these people, right? When you're in a museum, have a certain conduct. The people that don't adjust themselves sometimes just come across very rude, right?
Yeah.
And we all ask, for those people when they're being rude to really see themselves. so they can make those adjustments, and just some people just don't care. You know,
Truly.
they feel like, everything belongs to them.
Yeah, there are people that don't care, and they've been taught that they don't have to care. And,
Right. Correct.
hopefully you have as limited amount of contact with them as possible. But it starts young. I see some of it in school that the child is being taught that they don't have to care. They're going to care while they're in my classroom because, as much as they may be told at home that they don't have to, they're smart enough to know that there are certain places where they have to respect boundaries. And, those kids will be in my classroom and they'll be kind and considerate to me. And I've seen some of those kids their parents come up to the school and they are talking any kind of craziness to their parent, but they're not going to do that around me. And so, I've had to check a kid in front of their parent because of how they were talking to their parent. And, they snap too. I'm sure when they get home, they go back to talking to their parent, however their parent allows them to talk to them. They make the adjustment, they make the adjustment when they want to, when they feel a motivation or a sense of respect or whatever. So I don't know. I think you do a disservice to your kids when you don't teach them basic manners. But maybe that's just me as an American Black female because of how I was brought up. But there's more than one way to be brought up. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen rude adults globally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some, is more outrageous than others, and I've experienced spoiled adults on the road touring. You're working with this person and you're like, this person's spoiled, right? Every time they're challenged with something, they react a certain way and they start acting like a kid, right? And then you got to recognize, at least I do. I recognize that and I'll diagnose you, right? I'll go ahead and diagnose you. I'll say, okay, this is what's wrong with him, right? And this is what helps me. This is manages my relationship with you. I'll come back the next day and I'm way more friendlier to you because now I've diagnosed you with something, right? I'm like, okay, this guy's on the spectrum. He's this, right? Right. And then I'll say, hey, so listen, man, whatever you need, I can help you out. I'm like, wow, why is he so nice to me?
When you give people what they need and you meet them where they're at, and if you're in a position to help them learn how to navigate and, grow and, not crumple into a ball and disintegrate, then you do that. I've seen you do that. I've seen you do that. And noticing that no matter what challenges someone has, everyone has use, everyone has talents. So I've seen you look at people, observe people, because you've always been a people person, a people watcher, and then adjust yourself to their needs. Like I've seen you find the OCD kids and give them tasks that the OCD is like a strength, and I love that, and that's what I sort of kind of try to do as well, is help people see their strengths.
I think it's just trying to stay live and be present.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just be present.
Start your Strava.
I didn't bring my phone.
You don't have your phone? All right. Well, I'll start my Strava. All right, here we go.
Do you recall late summer nights? We were moving through the city under broken lights. No plans ahead, just time to waste.
I don't think that necessarily this is what's wrong with that person. I think it's because it's not necessarily a wrong. It's just, this is how that person is, because for one person, it's sometimes something that another person is dealing with is their superpower.
If you could be a male
If I
body
could be
part,
any male body part,
yes, which one would you be?
that's a good. Is it? I mean, there's only one male body part that women don't have, so that's why I guess I'm perplexed by the question. Um, hmm, that's a good question.
Welcome to the show, Z.
I don't want to say my answers because I think all of my answers will be judged.
I can't guarantee you that the fans won't judge you, but I would definitely not judge you.
If I could be any male body part, I'd probably be butt cheeks. I love male butt cheeks, as you know.
Pause. Pause. Never know what the people are going to say on this show. The guests just say whatever they want to on this show.
They're firmer and more muscular than female butt cheeks. Um, I like all the twerk and all that stuff. Females, we could do all kinds of stuff with our booties, with the muscles in our booties and everything. But I don't know. There's just something about men's asses that are just beautiful to me, and I have a special affinity for yours. So
That's called a save at the end, guys. Notice she went through the generic form first. Male body parts. I love them. But yours, I love the
yeah,
most.
I loved
You
yours
see?
first. I loved yours first.
It's about being suave, smooth, and romantic. You can't be afraid of it. Just express it. You saw how she did it. You saw her, she did it. She was able to be honest and say, hey, look, that body part I like. I don't care if there's fart and all that stuff back there. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of the body part.
That's why I didn't mind watching football with you, because they had on the tight little stuff and you could see their butts, and the butts was really muscular. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Amen. I don't know, there's just something really attractive about muscle. There is just there's 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 something beautiful about the hardness of men. And yeah,
How did you
I like smacking it too. I like smacking. I like I like the little smack. I like the way I like the sound that it makes. I like touching it softly and gently. I like gripping it. I like coming up
pause?
from hugging you from behind.
Pause.
All of that. So butt.
Pause.
I would be a male butt. The butt cheeks, not the anus itself, the butt cheeks.
I never know what the guests are going to say on this show, guys.
I'm not shy about those things. I'm not shy about those things. I think those things are beautiful. I do.
Okay. So why don't you just say, I like ass?
But it's all the same. It's all the same meat.
It is all the same meat.
Oh, it is all the same meat.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah. If I had to eat your body, I would go for your.
Let's go to a different podcast question.
Yes, let's move forward.
Are you a pencil, pen, or highlighter?
Oh. I'm a pen. I'm a pen for sure. I'm a pen. I'm one of those pens. All right, if I had reach over in my bag, I'd show you. I'm one of those pens that has all the different colors and the pencil. I love those pens best. I'm one of those. I like being able to change things up. I like to be able to change the different shades of color for different purposes. Um, I'm an all-in-one. I'm a variety person, so uh, I'm a pen, but I'm a
So,
multicolor pen.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're one of those pens where you can select different colors,
Mhm.
right?
I'm a
I
pen.
can see that. I can
Yeah.
see that in you.
And if I mess up, I scratch that shit out. I'm not going to erase it because it there's something good about mistakes. There's something growing about mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with looking back at the scratch out or the little ink mark or the line through or whatever. So, erase a pencil you can erase. Um, but I'm a pen. I got
So how did you?
scars.
So how did you? Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that. With ink, like you said, you can scratch out something that happened, but that scar is there
Yeah.
to remind you, like, hey, that happened, right?
Hmm.
It's just another scratch on the surface or cut on the surface of my body during my travels here,
Yeah.
right? And it's okay that I remember that. Every time I see that scratch, I'm reminded of that or that cut,
Hmm.
or whatever it is, right? Because at first I thought, yeah, maybe I'm a pencil because I change so much and I erase stuff.
Hmm.
But I agree with you in that I'm more an ink pen because I write even with a marker a lot of times.
You do. You work with a permanent marker. I was like,
It's like, damn, he's
ooh.
serious. he means that shit he's saying. He wrote it with a marker. But I think the ink pen thing is more appropriate for me because it'll be all my messiness of scratching stuff out is part of who I am.
Yeah.
Those scars, right? It's like, oh man, I remember that.
Hmm.
I remember when I was a kid and I put my hand near a bee's nest because I went after a ball. You playing ball and stuff. So the
Hmm.
ball went flying, went flying somewhere. And I grabbed that ball and these bees attacked my hand. My hand was so big.
Oh
It was
my
bigger than
God.
my head. My hand was bigger than my head. When I went to the house, Mom didn't know which part was my head. She looked at my hand. She looked at my head. She didn't know what had happened. And I was swollen. And you think your mom can fix everything, right?
You
Like none of the
do.
boys in the hood, he's bleeding. They carried him home and put him on the sofa.
You
It's
gotta
like,
take him to the hospital.
but the kids, you're not thinking.
Kids.
You think
Yeah.
mom can fix everything,
Yeah.
right? So I'm coming in the house, my hand's swollen up, my face is swollen up, my head's all big and all, you know how to find your way home. Look, you can't see anything, right? I don't know where to go. But you find home. You find yourself home, right? You know how to find home, right?
You do know how to find home. Men fear commitment because commitment means work. It's not easy staying with the same person for a long period of time. It's not easy being married and, dealing with all of your different stuff, your expectations. So in order to be in a committed relationship, and I'm speaking from a monogamous point of view, it might be different with other arrangements. But from a monogamous point of view, I gotta do work.
oh, I can't leave as soon as it get hard, you know, or I can't leave when she got sick and then got better and then was depressed, right? That takes work.
Or even postpartum, you know, after having a baby.
Yeah, postpartum depression.
You know, how women go through that depression and that challenge, or menopause. All of these things is the same thing that occurred when she was younger, when her hormones were shifting. She was becoming another person, another part of herself.
Yes.
And then that happened with the women as she ages, right? And then it happens with women after she has a baby. And all of these things, men could look at the women like, yo, I don't know who you are.
Right.
Like, I know for me, with you going through menopause, right? It was like you was having heat flashes. And hot flashes.
Yeah.
Right. Correct me.
I will.
Flashes. Okay. Okay, hot flashes. Okay. All I know is I would wake up in the middle of the night, I feel like I was in a pizza oven.